Hello everybody, welcome back to another adventure with Charlie's Adventures. Today we're headed back up on the mountain to check on the food plot, food plot number 2, and then I'm going to do a little spraying over there because I've got some vegetation that is swaying back and forth and false triggering the camera, so I'm going to spray that. And then when we get out of there, we're going to go around to food plot number 1 and spread some fertilizer on it. I'm a little late, but I just having to do this stuff as I can. Like I said, today is June the 7th, and food plot number 2 is doing pretty good according to the pictures on the camera. We're going to go and see it firsthand, and then like I said, we're going to go over to food plot number 1, spread some fertilizer, and I'm going to attempt to get down to get that feed bank 40 feeder and bring it out, and I want to put it up behind the house down below on the bottom of the hill at the house. And then if we have time, I'm going to go over and put batteries in one of Ashton's cameras. So get you iced tea, lemonade, your favorite adult beverage, pop your bag of popcorn, and let's go. See you on and around there toward the food plot 2.0. It's just right around this bend right here. Oh yeah. Look at that, folks. Wow. I know it's a small plot, but man, I hope you all can see that. That is looking wonderful. That is great right there. Even up there in between the 2 apple trees, it's doing good. Wow. I guess we'll let the side-by-side cool off, the fans running. I guess that fertilizer we put on helped it, and the mushroom compost too. I'm sure now, like I said, when I planted this, I planted it real thick, probably 3 times the seed that needed to be on here. Y'all see what I was coming up in this? And it looks like our apple trees are growing. If you can see down in there, they're about up to right here. That one is. Let's see how this other one's doing. Can you see it down in there? It's about right there too. That's great. But I am pleased with this. And I'm going to say that a combination of the mushroom compost and the fertilizer has did this, and I planted that away too thick. Now I want to try next year to out to about that log. I'm going to put mushroom compost there and probably try to put it over this again and try to make this a little bigger. Try to make it a little bigger every year. But I am well pleased with this. All right, I'm going to get this sprayer, and I'm going to spray right in there. And then we're going to go on around to food plot number 1. Stay tuned. And then backfill that, and then set the pool up. We'll do her a nice deck around it, somewhere where we can lay out in the sun and grill hamburger, you know, just have some fun around the pool. That's another thing. Leave me in the comments, when we do the pool, should we get a round pool or an oval pool? And you know, I already know I'd kind of like to get as deep a pool as I can get, at least in the middle. You know, the sides maybe a little more shallow, but in the middle, you know. Leave a comment on the pools too. Right around here is where you turn to go to the feeder. Go up through there to the left, and the corn feeder is the on time. Corn feeder's up there. I call it the corn feeder. The brand name of it's On Time Feeder. Alright, we're going to get on around through here. Stay tuned. All right, we're down here in the trail here, and there's this tree. It's been leaned over the trail, and everybody just went under it for a long time. And it finally fell. It was leaned up, it was caught in the fork of that tree right there. And it's finally let go, and you can see where everybody went right through here and went under it. Well, it's finally fell. So I'm going to hook a snatch block to that tree there, and then come back to this tree and pull it up and out of the way. I figured for you all that's never used a snatch block, that might be a decent video here. So stay tuned, let me get my stuff together. I've done got the rope, the winch rope pulled out. But I gotta get my snatch block and the remote for the winch and everything. And then I'll go over how to hook this up. Alright, I've got a strap. This is the snatch block. You open it up and put your winch rope through there and then close it. And then this is a shackle. It's got a thread on it that you unscrew and put everything together and then put it going. That will hook this strap, the snatch block, to the strap around the tree. I'm hoping I'll have enough winch rope to do this. when I first pulled up here, they was a jet. It was a fighter jet come across. I mean, tearing it up, it was ripping. And, I don't know, it kind of scared me at first. I didn't know what was going on. And then I figured out what it was. All right, I'm gonna put the U part of the shackle through the strap. I've got my winch rope through the snatch block. And now we're gonna put the pin through. And you only want to make those finger tight. Used to, you know, tighten them up and then a quarter of a turn back. But yeah, I'm needing about 3 more foot. So I'm gonna have to pull the side by side all the way up to that log. Hopefully that'll give me enough. The wind is just absolutely blowing up here today. Nope, that ain't gonna give me enough, folks. So I've got another sling in here, a strap, but it's a long one. It's really too much. So I don't have a tree any closer to pull. Let me reposition the side by side here just a little bit. Alright, I can't get enough on it, but I thought of another way I can do this. And Randall and Derek, if you all were here, I'd be more than happy to let you all do your work here. If you all were here with me. Randall and Derek are iron workers at my work. Good boys. Let's see if that gave me enough. Yeah, them two boys know their job and know it well. Alright, that gave me enough. And what I done is just put that sling on the tree through itself, and that gave me enough length to get it. And my winch rope is completely all the way, and you want a couple of winds on your winch spool before it starts pulling hard. You want it to wind around the winch spool, you know, a couple of times anyway. And I don't know really what the rule of thumb is, but I want to say at least twice. All right. We'll get in the side by side and hold the brake. I don't know if you all can see that or not. I'll try to get it. here we go. When you use a snatch block, you're supposed to have double the pulling power when you're pulling like this. I don't know for sure, but that's what I've always been told, and it makes sense. So I don't want to leave that thing right there. And then hopefully we can roll it out of the road. Take a little pressure off my winch. And then I'm gonna go down here and take my snatch block and sling off. If you all do any side-by-side riding very much by yourself, it'd probably pay you to invest in a sling, a shackle, and a snatch block, you know, and that way you can kind of be prepared for situations like this. And I could have went up and over that, but I believe I'd just as soon just to get that thing up and out of the way. I've got a Harbor Freight case. It's like a toolbox in the back of the side-by-side. It's weatherproof that I keep all this stuff in. It's Bauer. And, it comes in handy. Actually, I could keep a lot more in here than I do. Hopefully I can get this winch line in the hook. Yep. Alright. Now I'm gonna don't know what I was hearing there. Randall, the X-Bull winch, is doing a pretty good job. It's still getting it. Randall was the one that recommended me getting this X-Bull winch. And it's a cheap one, but so far it's done everything I needed it to do. All right, there's that. That remote comes in very handy for that winch. Okay, now we can go to running on the old road instead of going around to the side and under that tree now. All right, we're ready to roll. Oh yeah, earlier, I don't know if I finished or not, but I've noticed on my Pioneer 520 when it's cold, the exhaust rattles, and it's like the baffle's coming loose inside it or something. I think I've heard some other people talk about it and said they had to replace the exhaust. One person I think said like 3 times. And when it's cold, when you stop for a few minutes and shut it off, it does it. And then after it warms up, it quits doing it. I just want to say, anybody else having that problem out of the Pioneer 520s, it sounds just like the baffle inside the muffler's coming loose inside it when it's cold. Looks like if Honda was having that much problem with it, they'd do a recall on it. I've been noticing that for, well, since back in deer season now. There's been a hog in this waller. I mean recent. You could see where it got up and out and the water drained off of it. I probably spooked it out of there coming around through here. It kind of almost seems like the hogs have thinned down some. USDA was going around flying in helicopter, shooting them, trying to lower the population of them, I guess. All right, here we're at a spot, there's a tree down right there. This all looks different when it's greened up. But I think right around through here is the way we go around it. Look at all the pretty ferns here. Myra loves those ferns. She buys 2 or 3 baskets of ferns every year. She'd come up here and get all she wanted for free. Yep, I think right here is where we need to go. I guess one day I need to come up here and just cut that tree top out that fell across the road. Instead of having to go around doing that. That may have been where I tore my CV boot on that right front axle that time. Macy came up and they went up to Ashton's papaw, Macy's great-grandpa, and Sunbright. They went up to his house and went up on the mountain in the Bronco too. Today he's finally got some time to where he was trying to go around and do some camera maintenance. He had several cameras that were dead. He's going around to put batteries in them. Him and Macy. Ashton's about got his Bronco 2 in good shape. He rebuilt the motor. He just put a transmission in it not long ago. He busted the transfer case. And he ended up just putting transmission, transfer case both in it. And, it's got a 4.0 out of an Explorer in it. And he used 1 year model pistons and 1 year heads. I get it mixed up. 91 pistons and 95 heads, or vice versa. And he raised the compression. I think it's about 10 1/4 to 1 compression now. He built the motor himself. I gave him a GoPro and a couple batteries and a charger to I think he did some videos while he was rebuilding that. Motor. He said he did decent on it, and he'd never done any videos before, and he was wanting to get it done. You know, doing these videos, it takes longer to do something when you're trying to do a decent video. You know, mine still ain't very good, but I do try to make, you know, as good as possible. I'm learning as I go. All right, as you all can see, we've come up on another tree across the road. This one's going to be calling for the Harbor Freight Bauer cordless chainsaw. It's not real big, so I'm gonna we've had quite a bit of storms here lately. And anymore, when I cut a tree like this up, I leave the decent round poles pieces in the road so they will catch dirt and keep the road from washing. I just leave them and they'll finally fall in place, and when it rains they'll catch leaves and sticks and stuff and keep, you know, it kind of helps keep the road from washing out. That little chainsaw comes in handy quite often. This right here is a pretty good hill climb. Trying to get up out of here. Alright, we've made it around here to food plot number 1. We'll see if we can ease down here to it. We've got some hog tracks here in the trail going down to it. They probably go that way. I jumped some hogs coming in here, and they got away before I could get the camera up and turned on. Like I said, this here is that throw and grow, but my intentions was I was going to plant something in here to help build the soil. And as you can see, it's thought I heard something over there. As you can see, it's come up pretty good. It's spotty. It's better than nothing. And there's a little bit of clover in this. Keeping thinking I'm hearing something. But I'm gonna spread some fertilizer around here. This chestnut tree's still living, but you can tell that's mangled all to pieces. So I'm gonna come up here and build this fence around it. I ain't gonna have no choice. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and spread this fertilizer around here. Okay, that's one fertilizer or a spreader full of fertilizer. I spread it, and I'm gonna go up here to side by side and load it up one more time, and then we'll be rolling out of here to put some batteries in one of Ashton's cameras up here on the hill. I don't know if you all can see them, but them black gnats are just absolutely terrible here. I don't know, can you see them? They're everywhere. I've got my thermocell in the bag in there inside my side-by-side, but I wasn't planning on being here long, so I didn't get it out. But they are absolutely torturous up here. And I don't know for sure if that black gnat's the one that causes the blue tongue disease in the deer or not. I heard that they were. I heard that they would bite the deer in the nostrils, and then that caused the blue tongue. I don't know if that's true or not. Leave that in the comments if you know. Maybe that will. I don't know. But these mosquitoes and gnats is about to drive me nuts here, so I'm gonna get the camera mounted back and get up out of here. And one more stop. We're gonna put batteries in one of Ashton's cameras up here at the top of the hill, and then that'll be it for the day. I guess I could be turn the camera around facing me while I'm talking, but I'm gonna eat me a granola bar and drink me a bottle of water, and then I'm gonna get on up out of here. And we'll see you up here at Ashton's camera putting batteries in it. Alright, I went around to Ashton's camera, but where I had to park and walk to, it was a way too grown up and snaky for me. I didn't have any snake chaps with me, so I decided just to wait and let him go, or bring my snake chaps back and go later time. I'm back at the house now, getting ready to unload everything and get the side-by-side put up and get me something to eat. I'm about starved to death. So that'll be all for this adventure with Charlie's Adventures, where we tell you no lies. So everybody be safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.